Those viral videos are setting you up for massive disappointment. I just spent the last hour scrolling through the most viral financial hacks on social media. Millions of views, thousands of saves, and honestly some of the most outrageous expectations I have ever seen. If you want to gamble with your financial future based on a 30-second trend, keep scrolling. But if you care about building sustainable, long-term security, pay attention. Let's break down the reality behind the hype.
Set up is called overfunded whole life insurance policies, where you actually get to become your own bank. In a sense, you invest money into the market, you get it to compound, but then you can actually take collateralized debt against it tax-free. And so instead of just using your money once, like buying a Lamborghini, you put it in an IUL first, and then you
Pause. When watching this video, he starts talking about whole life insurance. Then he switches to IUL, which is an index universal life. So he's already mixing up two different products. Now, there are concepts of this working in reality, where you put a bunch of money into a life insurance policy, it can grow tax-free, and then you take it out. But it takes a long time. It takes forever. When you get older, your cost of insurance drastically goes up. I've seen this happen with prospects and people who have become clients of our firm, and they have policies like this, but when they get to their 70s and 80s, the cost of insurance is so much that it doesn't seem to work. And if you take out too much money, and the internal interest on the life insurance product doesn't keep up with what you took out and the interest you're paying back to yourself, these can blow up. They can all be taxable. If the life insurance agent is making 70 to 80 to 90% of your first year's premium, what's the catch, right? The catch is it's usually a sales tactic, not usually in your best interest. It can work out sometimes, but more often than not, you need to be very, very careful using whole life or life insurance to fund your retirement.
Traders have it all wrong. They see the market run up, they sell it. It comes down, they buy it. It runs up, they sell it. It comes down, they buy it. It runs up, they sell it. And then, whoa, prices take off and they sell and they lose money all the way up, not realizing the only way you make money in the market is to catch a trend. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader or a long-term trend trader. Trend is the basis of all profits. You need a trend. Now, we also know this, if you study your charts, you'll see that all large range days, or almost all of them, close at their high or close at the low. So the most successful day trading strategy is to hold to the close. Don't try to dance in and out, because when you have a loss, you're going to have a big loss. Try to catch a trend move, hold to the close, and you're going to make a lot more money. You'll become a successful day trader.
Okay, so he said quite a bit in that video. However, it's very, very difficult to become a successful day trader, right? What he's saying are generalities, right? Buy here, sell here, right? If it goes that direction. But what most people struggle with is when the stock is going up, even if it's a day trader, even if it's a long-term trader, the stock goes up, you're making money. It's very hard to emotionally wrap your head around selling something that's earning value, right? You want to keep it, hold it forever. The opposite is also true. If the stock goes down, right, it's very hard to cut your losses quick, because then you start to anchor to it, right? So this is where we have, different types of models, different types of programs here at McCarty Wealth, where we know when to buy, we know when to sell, the open, the close, the buy, the sell, right? This is the one industry, the one thing that if you look in the past, it looks really easy to do, but in the present, it is very, very difficult. Day trading is extremely difficult. Most people get it wrong. Most people try and get out quickly.
My advice to people is, if you got $500 in your bank account, go buy a Burberry t-shirt, take out that loan, buy your dream car. Because do you really think you're never going to make money ever again? You have, say, $50,000 in your name. Do you want to try and invest it? Or maybe just take out a loan, drive a Lamborghini, and then figure it out from there.
Wow, that was not good advice at all. Saying buy a $500 t-shirt because you have $500 to your name. I think he may be focused on people trying to keep up with the Joneses, influencers trying to make money off of, looking popular, spending money, doing things online, for their lives and maybe for their brand. For our clients at McCarty Wealth, right, we have retirees. So, right, the thought of, are you never going to make money again? Well, that's in all of our clients' minds. When am I going to retire? When I retire, I no longer have a paycheck. Where's that paycheck coming from? And spending all your money, buying a Lamborghini, buying a $500 t-shirt is bad advice.
I'm going to show you how I made $17,000 in the last month trading on easy mode with selling options. Let's go. So a lot of people struggle with trading options. It's because they click the buy button up here, right? They click buy call or buy put, they don't try selling. Selling is the way to do it on easy mode. Let me explain why. So you see how the share price is $13.60, and I have this, it's set to click sell and put.
So first off, he keeps saying the word easy mode and options. And then the rest of that video is another 3 minutes talking about calls, puts, buying, selling, right? He's talking about selling calls, selling puts to receive a premium. However, I've gone to school for this. I'm licensed to do this. I don't even do this with my own personal wealth, with family wealth, with clients' wealth, because it's so overcomplicated and it's such a fast moving market. Options are more risky than day trading. If you like the advice on the day traders, right, this is the next step after day trading. Stay away from options trading. We use options very limited here. We do write some covered calls. We do sell some puts. So we have kind of the income for clients who need the income. And then we have the downside protection for those who need it. But we're not doing it on a daily basis. We're not trying to make X amount of numbers per month. And we're not posting YouTube videos about how to do it.
Hey traders, in this video I'll be showing you 4 simple to learn trading strategies that's able to generate $500 per day in profits. And of course, these strategies are all back tested to have a high win percentage, so you can trust that they work.
If something's ever back tested in this industry, it either means it wasn't happening at the current time and they went back to see if it would have worked in the past, or if it truly was back tested and they had data, they wouldn't use those words. So be very careful in the financial industry of people showing you their returns. He probably made those up in Excel, and if I would have done this at that time based on these indicators, this is what could have happened. But what we've seen is the tech bubble, right? 2008 and 9, COVID, 2022, even Liberation Day on tariffs. Things that are back tested have never went through an event like that, so they usually don't work. So be very careful of back tested. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, because if it's back tested, it means you weren't really doing it at that time, and we don't know if it would have worked. And all that matters is the future. Don't let the algorithm manage your financial future. Subscribe here at McCarty Wealth for a reality check, and reach out to us for a private consultation. Let's focus on your strategy and not your algorithm feed.